In a surprising move, several big universities in Australia have decided to stop taking student applications from 6 Indian states. These states are Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, Gujarat, and Jammu and Kashmir. The reason? A big rise in fake visa applications. According to reports, many people from these areas were not going to Australia mainly to study. Instead, they were using student visas as a shortcut to live and settle over there permanently. Now, this created a huge problem for Australian universities and the government too. First, let's just understand how serious the problem is. Australia is one of the top choices for Indian students. In fact, Indians are the second largest group of international students in Australia after the Chinese. In 2023 alone, about 122,000 Indian students were enrolled in Australian colleges and universities. Education is a big business for Australia. International students add more than 40 billion Australian dollars, and that too to their economy every single year. Out of that, Indian students contribute about 20%. But things started changing after COVID-19. As Australia's border reopened, the government noticed that a lot of students' visa applications were not genuine. In 2022, the visa refusal rate for Indian students rose sharply to 24% as compared to just 9% before COVID. Even worse, some universities reported that up to 30 to 40% of their applications from certain Indian states were suspicious or fake. Fraud agents in India were part of the problem. Many of them promised students a guaranteed visa if they paid huge fees. They helped applicants create fake educational histories, bank statements, and even English language test results. Some students were not even interested in attending classes. They simply wanted to reach Australia, find any low-paying job, and then apply for permanent residency later on. As a result, Australian universities are now acting fast to protect their reputation. Some universities have stopped accepting students from these 6 Indian states completely. Others have made the rules much stricter, demanding extra documents, doing more background checks, and verifying every student's information carefully. Australian immigration officials are also getting involved now. The Department of Home Affairs is now closely checking student visa applications to catch any fake cases early. If the fraud continues, Australia has warned that it could make its student visa policies even stricter for everybody out there. This move is very bad news for honest Indian students. Many bright, hard-working students from Punjab, Gujarat, or any other state now have to face extra delays, tougher interviews, and higher chances of rejection, even if they are genuine. It's very important to note that not all students from these states are faking it. Thousands of sincere Indian students have gone to Australia, finished their degree, and made successful careers. But because of a few thousand fake applications, the image of all students from these regions is now damaged. There is also a bigger issue, by the way. India's young population is growing fast. Every single year, about 13 million Indians graduate from the colleges. The competition for job is tough, and that's why more and more students dream about studying abroad, in Australia, Canada, the US, or the UK. In fact, according to one consultancy firm, about 1.5 million Indian students are expected to study abroad by 2025, spending nearly 5 lakh crores every single year. But if scams like this continues, countries may not trust Indian students anymore. We could lose opportunity that earlier generations are built with hard work and honesty. And yes, let me tell you that Australia is not alone in tightening its rules. Canada and the UK have also started putting more checks on Indian student visa. For example, in Canada, after a fake admission letter scam involving hundreds of Indian students, the government introduced more stricter screening processes. So, what is the future now? Well, experts say that Indian government needs to act quickly. There must be strict punishment for fraud agents who cheat students and destroy India's image globally. Education counselor centers must be regulated properly. Students themselves must be educated. They need to understand that shortcuts like fake documents may work once, but it will ruin their lives forever if they are caught.